I don't know. I feel like I'm just bullying at this point in time because it's like Burter saying he's the fastest in the universe, even though Frieza is demonstrably faster. But you know, whatever. Just let my boy teleport or something. Come on. 18 days later, Vegeta arrived on a planet Frieza. Wait. Wait, hold up. Is there just a planet strip called Frieza? What the f? Did we f up? Is there... Do we really just have a planet just called Frieza? We've never covered this at all, and I've been paying attention. I think someone just fucked up. I mean, obviously, I could imagine that Frieza would have at least one planet called Frieza, but I don't think he actually just went to that. I thought he went to some random moon base or some shit. I don't know. Oh, no. Strongest universe besides Frieza, King Cold, Lord Beerus, Ginyu Force besides Goldo, Zarbon, Dodoria. Yeah. And Nail. Probably grew to a certain capacity. Harlow was higher than any stand I've ever seen. Well, you know, besides mine, obviously. It's still funny though, because the whole, man, it's so funny. Just like how Super Saiyans are held in such reverence and legend status among his people, but the culture of Vegeta's race, like, inherently disincentivizes the path that would lead to a Super Saiyan, you know? Allowing people to, like, live full lives and, like, even be able to experience, like, form bonds that would allow them to actually, like, feel the pain of loss when someone dies to become a Super Saiyan. Like, his whole culture disincentivizes that, so it's just extremely fun. It's darkly ironic in a kind of way, you know? Anyway, so actually doing this? Oh, and then just a basic warrior Namekian and Vegeta won't be able to beat one? No, he could. Okay, I want to go that far, but yeah, I see what you mean. To be fair, Nail was on kind of a different level as well. Wait, oh my god, so this is the timeline where Vegeta sticks around and helps back up that clown Kakarot to fight Ginyu. Damn, crazy stuff. And Jay still is not playable. Holy shit. Nah, it's fine though. Oh, ooh. Chat. Thinking of a combo. Oh, hold up. Gotta get some juice. You guys need to get like, I'm gonna get like 50 first. Alright. Ah, my god, the pushback. There we go. Nope, okay. Wasn't special cancelable? What? There it is. Yeah, so this is a lot easier to do when he transforms because obviously you have a ground bounce you can easily do as well. Ah. There's definitely easier ways to do this. Hold on. I mentioned it before, but yeah, trying to do this whole game like in like one giant recording session is difficult because it's very mentally taxing while the text goes on. Yeah, but Warrior Namekian did dodge damage to Dodoria. Bardock is weaker than Dodoria. Is that how we're correlating it? Ginyu should barely even know what the fuck that is. See you later, Kakarot. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the Warrior Namekians did damage to Dodoria. Not that I remember anyway. I will say, going back to Kai, Dodoria did some wacky shit with After Images. I was not expecting that at all. I think Kakarot and Ginyu are as strong as each other. Oh, ho, Vegeta, you did not stick around to see those numbers skyrocket. Although at least he managed to... Vegeta really went on a huge funny arc during the course of the Frieza saga. Well, actually, yeah. Because first he was able to magically pick up how to do... Oh, you know what? I had a funny thought. I've never been able to fully explain that was just an ass pull that Cell was able to use instant transmission after he blew himself up again, thanks to Goku. But now I'm sitting here thinking, you know, maybe that was a Saiyan trait, because Vegeta got his ass kicked by the Earth Warriors, and after he got his ass kicked, he could sense energy. So, I don't know, maybe that's a Saiyan thing, that if you get your ass kicked by someone, you can magically copy their abilities. The 3K power level Mechians got bitched in less than a minute. Yeah, I can believe that. Anyway, time for Vegeta to experience a situation where he will not feel conflicted at all about. Panic turned into confusion. Krillin seems pretty chill about it. Anyway, so theoretically, this won't even be that much of a different scenario since Ginyu wants to trade bodies with Vegeta anyway. So, yeah. Huge case of mistaken identity right here. That's what I meant to say with Gohan earlier on, by the way. Let me practice with these two first. Okay. Kakarot's power should remain the same. About that. Oh, no, Vegeta, you should even know about this because you're already kind of doing this thing with having to use mind and body as one in order to fully access your powers. Yeah, Ginyu's power using Goku's body didn't even crack like 10,000, I don't think. You can't use Ki, let alone Kaioken. True. I mean, still, Goku's resting power is still decent enough, but yeah. But if he can't use a fraction of that, then, well, oof. Yeah, he's not going to have any qualms about this at all. Would you just call him Goku? Oh, contraire. Alright, let me back up a little bit. For record, tripping someone and then just going for a key charge isn't the worst idea in the world. So, if you need to do that just to buy time, that's usually not bad. Alright, let's see. Anyway, yeah. I know I've already shown this a couple times, but this is like a relatively easy combo to go for. But, okay. Well. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that fact. Yeah, if he also his ground super is just Big Bang Attack. Frieza can sense Ki after dying on the Earth, so I think it's an Earth thing. So Frieza's situation is a little bit more funny because he spent the okay. I don't think you could sense the energy the first time he came back because he was training, but I don't think he picked that up. While he was dangling for the tree the second time, though, he stated that he was mentally trained to master Ki manipulation. So the second time he was brought back to help fight in the other world, no. The tournament power, no. I can fully believe he was able to sense energy then. Especially since, well, he was adept at enough to fucking nearly manipulate God destruction energy. So yeah. It really did. He's just doing his job. What can you say? Leave it alone, Vegeta. He can do no harm now. Well, let's just see if that holds. Hope he doesn't come back in the anime adaptation of Res F. That would be kind of weird. And preemptively not switch to Bulma during the filler for the Namek Saga anyway. Oh my god, we did this. 6 missions in, have not left the Namek Saga. Holy shit. To be fair, there's only like one fight we could possibly get out of the... No. 1, maybe 2 fights we could possibly get out of the Android Saga. And let's see. Fight with Goku as Majin Vegeta. Fight with Fat Buu as Majin Vegeta. Fight Kid Buu to buy Goku time. Okay, so no, there is enough content we could easily fill out the rest, but I don't know if they're thinking about that. These guys just need to hire me to write their shit. I could easily just bullshit filler if they wanted to. Frieza's constant changes push Piccolo to the limit. Yeah, well, I mean, there's only one. Okay, second form, Piccolo was doing pretty well. Third form, not so much. He is that kind of monster. I will do you think okay, serious question, guys. Do you think the fact that their form just looks like a Xenomorph was actually intentional, or was Akira Toriyama just kind of spitting? I don't know. I feel like this was definitely, it feels very on the nose. Oh, no, Vegeta will likely fight Frieza 18 and or Cell 2. Yeah, true. Oh, no, right, because Vegeta would end up fighting Perfect Cell anyway because of letting him transform. He's got to fight 18. And he's also got to fight... He could fight... I think we're going to jump to Kid Buu again, even though we could do Majin Vegeta and Fat Buu as well. So, I don't know. Quick, attack me, do it! Just punch a hole in me, dude. I'll lower my power level as far as it will go. This isn't... I love how he has to suppress his ki in order for Krillin to do real damage, but you still have a physical body. I don't think you have a naturally high defense stat against incoming attacks. That's not how this works exactly, but okay. And then gotta convince Dende to come and heal you. But we really just have this set out of 6 fight. Holy shit. I guess it's not a big deal. It's just really hilarious. Oh, you know what? No, that's a combo I could do. Hold up. There we go. I'll combo into Sand Heavies into that. Okay, that works out. And that wasn't perfect. So I'm not getting more of those. Cheers, why is the eyes green there? Like, I can't be imagining that, right? I have no idea. Yeah. Unfortunately, Vegeta is not quite convincing him. Yeah, gotta really appeal to the fact that, look, if you don't hit me right now, then we're all dead. But yeah. Yeah, Vegeta, you should not be that much of a dickhead to him. I'm invincible. Again, power levels does not immediately equate to Super Saiyan. It bears repeating again that theoretically, I mean, fuck's sake, Bardock managed to get Super Saiyan. His power level is just like below Vegeta's in the Saiyan sagas. Yeah, it was. A little bit below, but pretty equivalent. Yep. Well, although since we're currently playing as Vegeta and knowing this game's track record, I think we're actually going to... I think Goku shot up early anyway, but Vegeta doesn't have any bullet wounds in his chest yet. Oh, wait, hang on, what? So funny we are still going through all this monologue. Based on Vegeta's sprite eyes being green, and is likely, my guess, is an oopsie from the sprite designers. Yeah, I think what may have happened was they may have taken the wind animation for a Super Saiyan form, changed the color for the hair, but forgot to touch up the irises. That's my best guess, and it's very funny. Again, I'm not giving the developers too much shit. I can see... I play these games enough that I can see where the crunch time was very evident with the designs and whatnot, and it's just very funny seeing it here. So yeah, I have this Kakarot. Okay. Chat, I think we jumped forward a little bit. This isn't Cooler's Revenge. Sorry, Return of Cooler. Well, either way, I'm playing a good form of Vegeta now, so totally cool. I think Frieza wanted immortality and not fear beers. Boom, boom, there we go. You see what I mean? Yeah, once you have that air ki blast, like, legitimately, like, much easier combos with him. And there we go. Barely did anything. Oh, yeah, actually, that might be the case. I think they animated Super Saiyan Vegeta first before doing base form. Let me give you some praise before he died. Oh, thank you. Reaches the worst nightmare, not 1 but 2 Super Saiyans. Dude, holy shit, yeah. I think one of the major fumbles of Res F, besides a lot of the rest of the movie, is the fact that there wasn't a bigger emphasis on showing Frieza that Vegeta could go Super Saiyan. Because, you know, the whole shebang about Vegeta repeatedly saying that I'm a Super Saiyan, but it obviously not coming through. It should have been a bigger reveal to Frieza, and then also, but then like now we skip right to Blue. And he's like, I too have achieved the power of my god. I think we really should have lingered on the Super Saiyan thing more, but you know, oopsie. All right. And this time there's no coming back. So how are these two getting off the planet exactly? Because we're in full what if territory right now. So how is Goku going to end up on Yard Drive to get instant transmission? If you want to live, you better worry about yourself, not Frieza. We send everyone back to Earth. I don't want to die here with you, see Kakarot. How? Vegeta left Goku behind aboard the spaceship. Oh. Okay. Maybe you should have brought that clown with you so that way you could, you know, kill him later yourself and not leave him to the vacuum of space. I don't believe that qualifies as a satisfactory victory for you, Vegeta. Both of you can literally fit inside of Frieza's spaceship last time I checked. Vegeta worked and lived at Capsule Corporation. Worked is a funny thought, but again, with this Saiyan strength, like moving heavy objects should be no challenge to you at all. Or, you know, have him working security by himself. Yeah, Vegeta just let Goku dynamic. Yeah, okay. Vegeta can be a petty bitch at the best of times, but I don't believe he would actually leave Goku alone to die on Namek. I believe for 100% of the time, he would try to bring Goku back with him on a spaceship so that way he can kill Goku later himself. Straight up. Leaves behind the only other Saiyan he knows of. True! Actually, no, he knows it's horrible, but you know details. Where are they going? Where are they go? Yeah. Why are you base form right now? You should be Super Saiyan. I'm here and they completely ignored me. That happens. Yeah, I remember the whole thing about Super Saiyans accentuating and exaggerating someone's pre-existing personality. Yeah, that happens. Ego of fucking Neptune over there. Not the androids hate the most. Hey Vegeta, if you still hate Goku for robbing you of your chance to kill Frieza, reminder, you had your chance. Yeah. It really must be funny seeing his dad and just realizing what kind of piece of work he is. Just that, again, further perspective is so fucking funny. So, what level of misogyny are we gonna get out of this one? We're gonna kill Goku? Okay. Do you even know where you're going? I won't hold back just because you're a girl? Well, how courteous of you. Is this being racist or misgendering? I can't tell, actually. Some levels of problematic. Although, actually, when you think about it, I guess it's progressive of him for wanting to fight 18 despite her, even in spite of her being a girl. I don't know. So, do I just skip right to Trunks again, though? That was a weird counter hit. Ah, that's not nearly out of range on that. Oof. Nope, that's not a real combo. Okay. Why do you gather enough ki in order to do this funky combo anyway? Especially since I wanted to well, you know, I'll just do this first. I think this is still gonna be Final Flash anyway, but might as well see it anyway. Oh yeah, since especially when you do your downwards ki blast out of the air, I think it's changed the Big Bang attack now. Seeing Galaga with the correct aura though, really nice. You do straight up chat. I don't think I've seen the correct aura for Galaga done in like outside of exactly. Oh man, Fighters BT3. Maybe Raging Blast 2 does it correctly with the electricity and everything, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I expect Living Origin to fight so well. Again, still funny considering she herself was up until recently a living organism as well. Oof. And usual, oh no, here it is. Here's the funny thing. We just woke up. We're not at our full power yet. So, don't you want to fight us at our full power? Let's call it a day for now. So the thing about so Semi-Perfect Cell's idea for baiting Vegeta came from 17. Very funny. Vegeta won't let Goku die, as Vegeta has said, I have no use for a useless Saiyan. Well, that's definitely not true. They're both Super Saiyans. I can beat you up at any time. Yeah, I mean, No, because you can't sense them. Someone down here capping to save their lives. To be fair, this is a very funny bluff. No wonder you're Saiyan Prince. Wait, 17 shouldn't know what a Saiyan is. Literally didn't even have data on Super Saiyans, let alone what the fuck a Saiyan is. Huh. Because every time they go Super Saiyan, 18's just like, oh look, he went blonde again. Yeah, they should not know what that is. While Cell looms ever closer, etc, etc. So, Dot, unfortunately missing one of the funniest and coolest fights in the show. Oh, never mind. We're doing the time chamber training. Okay. Wait. Oh my god. Okay, so time chamber training with Trunks, cool. But we don't have in descending order, or rather, there's like 5 fights we should hit, and they are as follows. You know, Majin Buu versus Majin Vegeta, Kid Buu versus Vegeta, Goku versus Majin Vegeta, the brief scuffle with Cell versus Super Vegeta, Vegeta versus a Cyberman. Chat, am I forgetting anything? They should really at least do Majin Vegeta versus Goku, but nope. Dro did have data on the Saiyans invasion, so they know. Vegeta's story got cut short. What is this Sparking Zero? Bro, tell me about it. Holy fuck. I have no idea. During the battle with Future Cell, Vegeta... Future Cell. I like how we're making that distinction. This is actually accurate. Again, this translation is all sorts of funny. Definitely not revised that much before release. One thing I'd like to reiterate that sometimes I truly think that they only bother to revise like the first hour or so of text for these games, and then afterwards it's only like a one pass. Alright, the Reborn Piccolo was even... What? Oh, I see. Alright, we're talking about the nameless Namekian here. It's no good. Dad only sees me as a nuisance. Yeah, he does that. That he does. Go away. He's always so upset about that. Alright. And the funniest thing is that in somehow a bit of an anti-Vegeta move is the fact that Vegeta is taking up Goku's advice for a training regime. I think if Vegeta were fully in character here, he would have actually shot down Goku's idea for training in a hyperbolic time chamber, just being like, I will not do anything you advise me to because I specifically hate you. Actually, yeah, that is a good point, isn't it? So, training... Oh my god, how did I forget? Yeah, time chamber is a level in this game. It's very pretty. It is very nice look, actually. Although, chat may have been noticing as well, YouTube, you may have been noticing by now that whenever we get to... Because of the way the 3DS emulator works, the skybox is a little bit funky sometimes. It's not bad. It's just kind of weird. It's all white. Yeah, you sure about that with that Mario Kart 64 gradient back there? Good fool me. We're staying here together for a whole year, Dad? Well, together is a little bit of a stretch. More like we're going to be standing on opposite ends of the arena for a year. I still want to make mention once again, to the really cool filler arc Sparking Zero introduced, where Trunks did open up to Vegeta about the Super Trunks form, and Vegeta said it's neat, but it's not nearly enough. So they trained together and became strong enough together that they were actually able to beat Super Perfect Cell. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Anyway, I can use this form, yay. I should really learn how to do some Trunks combos though, because I want him to be like a sub main of mine, but I'm not gonna really get it. Fuck. Okay. Well, let me show you the. Let me see if I can actually show you guys the nice-ish combo I have with him. Fuck. Not enough range of that one. Ah, shit. The stand heavy on the ground is supposed to connect, and then you connect into the ground special. You can still end in the Big Bang attack for a bigger damage cash out, but, you know. Is it at all obvious I put time into Super Vegeta? It might be a bit obvious. And I would totally put time into Blue Vegeta if he was playable, but that is not the case. They came out of the chamber. Is this an allegory? My father exceeded the limits of the Super Saiyan after 2 months. That number definitely changes because, like, they say that he says like they do it before the end, but they wanted extra time in there anyway to like hammer out some stuff. Stop telling it. Stop spoiling it, son. Jeez. At the very least, by now, Vegeta, it's not really broadcast that much, but the time they do spend in the chamber together does at least show. Vegeta does have a good modicum of respect for Trunks now. It's never really broadcasted that much, and it's a bit of a little unsung bit of character growth, but it is there. Like, it's enough there that, like, Vegeta will acknowledge Trunks as his probably the second best. I don't need your help. Yep. Vegeta's pride made Cell absorb 18 and Cell reached perfect form. Reached perfect form. We keep doing that. Chat, I'm going insane. Goku can defeat Cell, and in the end, it was Gohan who did. We're really just not even doing that fucking fight. Oh my god. Could we have maybe cropped out one of the Ginyu fights? Kakarot and his son did it. Curse you, Kakarot, going off to die like that. I will never fight again. And then he did 7 years later. Actually, it's funny because the BoJack movie does do a really cool thing because it, again, it gives you a reason why Vegeta broke this oath so early on. I mean, you could say that Trunks, like, his relationship with Trunks is what allowed Vegeta to pick up the purpose for fighting again, but, you know, BoJack gave a more direct reason. Like, a more direct, I would argue, satisfactory reason, I guess you could say. So how far are we jumping? Kid Buu? No! Ooh, okay. We're doing the funny thing. Okay. Again, it's been a while since I've actually done a full playthrough of this game, but I just didn't remember offhand. I'll never fight again, and story end. Nothing else happens, move on from Vegeta. He's a fraud. Christ. But yeah, there's a billion things we could have done here. Holy shit. I'm thinking about it now. I don't know if I would have wanted a sequel for this game specifically. Well, actually, what am I talking about? We did get a sequel. It's called Dragon Ball FighterZ. But, ah, man. If I were to have movie characters playable, definitely would have had BoJack at the top of the list. That's for goddamn sure. Oh my god, and the terrible Majin Vegeta render returns. Ooh. Excuse me. Funny, also, I just realized we don't really have any Super Saiyan 2 renders in this game at all. Anyone else notice that? Outside of, like, exactly Teen Gohan, like, there's no render for Super Saiyan 2 Goku, no render for Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, unless you count Majin Vegeta, which you should, but doesn't happen often. Not for Adult Gohan, not for Gotenks? Question mark? You know, it's for a stupid reason. Yeah, unfortunately, honor, pride, and or Warriors Code is all the Saiyans really live by, so yeah, it does kind of qualify. Your power overtook mine, even though you're a Saiyan like me. His power only really eclipsed you twice, this being the other time, and after he got out of the gravity train coming to Namek. That's about it. You've been trying to save my life. Again, Vegeta. It's so funny. I'm only thinking now of how funny it is that Zoro wanted to train with Mihawk, who he specifically wants to fight and kill. Maybe not kill, but definitely fight and beat, because Zoro wants to be the world's strongest swordsman. So literally, who better to train with than the world's strongest swordsman, you know? It's actually fucking brilliant, and such like a reversal of what we expect from the Vegeta, like, archetype, you know? I'll even say it. Bakugo from My Hero. Vegeta's arc is one that is long stretching and has a lot of peaks and valleys, and for the most part, I think is like a really, really, really good story, even if it's very inconsistent at times. Dragon Ball Super. But Bakugo in My Hero, like, crystallizes and perfects this formula, like, because it doesn't really, like, Bakugo's usually does have animosity towards Deku, but it's always like it's never changes or backslides, you know? They don't really live by a code. It's just Vegeta constantly BS his race each arc to be greater than it is. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're just glorified Vikings at the end of the day. Is that Majin Vegeta? Yeah, it's just a really bad render, so I understand if you didn't quite catch it offhand. I'm looking forward to seeing what the sprite looks like for the assist. Definitely gotta see what that looks like. Oh yeah, top of the screen. Which button input? Stop staggering me, buddy. No. Come on. There it is. Don't worry, babe. We'll get to Majin Vegeta in due time. Oh, it hits me too. Uh-oh. That puts me a little bit of a disadvantage. All right, let's see. Go for the trip. Oki. Nope. Okay. That's a pretty easy 50-50 to put him into, by the way. Holy shit. Not quite there. It really is cool seeing instant transmission being used in the channel melee moveset, though. Oh, shit. Wait, hang on. Yo, we're in the danger zone? Hold up. Let me see what we can do. Okay, trip. Oki. Block low. Okay. What's this gonna be exactly? Because it has to be fucking big. Is it bigger, Final Flash? Majin Vegeta definitely should have been a character over Android. Definitely should have been a character over Android 18. I am fucking beam struggling a Final Flash versus a Spirit Bomb. Holy shit. This is kind of hype though. And I like Android 18, but she has one fight. That should have been a character over Android. I don't know what that means necessarily. Yeah, actually, sorry, Nigel. I don't actually know what you're referring to offhand. Ooh. I'm a Fusion, but sees my Vegeta. Okay. Can we qualify him beating Goku as technically a victory since he did knock him out? Sorry, I know. As the Vegeta fan in the audience, I do have to get my dubs when I can get them. Ugh, look at the mess I made and take care of Majin Buu. Yeah, well, we didn't dodge a lot of the funny dialogue and the really good dialogue with how Vegeta's reluctant about going after Buu first because obviously Goku is too focused on Buu to get into the fight. Goku never beats Vegeta. True. That is true. A little bit of a technicality and a little disheartening actually when you think about it, but true. And then Vegeta would finally get an actual satisfying victory over Vegeta in Dragon Ball. What was it called? Was it just called Dragon Ball Hero? Super Hero, that's it. Because they went 51-50. That's so good. Oh god, this is gonna be so. I tear up at. Okay, Taylor, my wife, is still in chat, so I guess I get to spoil this really early. I tear up at this fucking scene every single time. The Bruce Faulkner score really made it hit harder, but I'm not sure what the Bukai will do for me. Yeah, the Bukai release of this will be like. Hopefully it still punches as hard because I really need to see this, like what I think is the best chapter of Vegeta's story wrapped up, and I can only hope that Kai does not botch it. That's really what I hope. Vegeta became the Saiyan's strongest warrior and a devout family man. To this day, he maintains his Saiyan pride, even though he pissed it away for the Majin form, but you know details. He's even like, you may have taken over my body and my mind, but you won't take over my pride. I'm just like, wait, didn't you just piss your pride away to get the Majin form anyway? Oopsie. Bad guys unlocked. I'm glad we unlocked the concept of checks notes evil? Okay. Very odd. Well, that was a funny story, I guess. Not really too much going on in that realm, and really, okay, while I do love the Goku and Majin Vegeta fight, not as much as others, but I think it is very important to have. Bob, quick question. How do you feel about Dragon Ball Super OST? Bad up until you get to Goku Black. Anyway, just to get that out there really fast. Anywho, where was I going with that train of thought? Oh, you're asking that because of the composer doing Dragon Ball Bukai? Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting for sure. Anyway, this really should have ended with Vegeta buying time for Goku to gather energy for the Spirit Bomb, but I guess I didn't want to retread that well too fast, question mark. It is what it is. Also, I still believe we should have had, it's so funny to think. I made a comment about Super Saiyan 2s a little bit ago, but Goku's hair here is just Super Saiyan 2 hair, but, you know, black. I don't know what's going on with that, chat. Anywho, next time we come back around, bad guys. This story isn't exactly what you think it is, because this is a very, oh god, how am I going to describe this? This might be half a recording session by itself, so that's going to be very interesting to show off, because there's a lot to dissect with this one. Also, I made this joke a couple times, but boy, this game really just Nostradamus the fuck out of Dragon Ball Super. You'll see some things in here catch up. I think this game and Super Sonic Warriors 2 have the same amounts of playable characters, 25 each. Probably almost the same roster, honestly. Alright, chat. Peace out. See you next weekend. Assuming I don't catch COVID for my wife, and it absolutely shreks me, but, well, we'll find out.